another story which is absolutely crazy. So people were emailing this here. And so Javion Magee is a trucker out of Chicago who was found at the base of a tree in North Carolina. This video has gone viral. And so we want to play this video for you. Check this out.
Hey y'all, I would have never thought I had to make this kind of post on my TikTok, but my family desperately needs your help. This is my little cousin, Javion Magee. He's from Chicago, Illinois. He was 21 years old and would have been 22 in a few weeks. He was found hanging from a tree in Henderson, North Carolina yesterday. He drove trucks, so that was his reason for even being out there. The police officers are trying to say that he went to Walmart and purchased a rope and hung himself. We obviously don't believe that, and we are just asking for your help to push his story out there. This isn't covered on any local platforms. No news stations, radio, none of that. So we're trying to push it out there. We really need your help. The police officers in the coroner's office are giving us a hard time, not allowing his mom to identify the body. At one point, they told her she can't identify the body due to COVID. And then the next day, today, they told her the father has to give her permission for that, which he said that he would. She asked if they could send her pictures at least. They told her yes, and then turned around and told her, oh, I don't think that you want to see your son like that. Come on. Like, this is just very devastating for my family, and we really need to push this story out there. So if y'all could please repost this video, keep saying his name, Javion Magee, hashtag justice for Javion, and we are gonna fight for him, and we are standing behind my cousin 100%, and they're not getting away with this. So please share this video. Thank you.
Now, folks, just a few moments ago, Reverend Dr. William Barber sent me this statement here. He is calling for a thorough investigation into his death. The death of a young person is hard and painful enough, but in this circumstance, we must have truth and transparency. Hanging, whatever the cause, is not a form of death that can be easily dismissed, particularly here in the South, where it has been used as a weapon of terror against black families for generations. I join attorneys Daniels and Merritt, of course, as they seek transparency, truth, and justice for Javion Magee and his family. We must and will find out what has happened. The family is represented by Harry Daniels, Lee Merritt, and also a North Carolina attorney, Jason Keith. When you look at what Ben Crump talked about there, I'm going to go back to our panel here, and I'm going to start with you, Matt. When you look at what he talked about here, I mean, he's right. You continue to have these cases of police brutality. You have cases like this where the family is like, wait a minute, hold up. Like, is there a real investigation going on? And folks simply want answers. And unfortunately, we continue to have this sort of blatant disregard for the concerns and the feelings of these black families. And you got to ask yourself the question, do you see this happen with non-black folks?
You don't. And I know that you're saying that is kind of the question that you extrapolate from that, but that's the truth. I feel like a lot of times you don't. You know, it's a difficult thing, especially in cases that are not straight ahead for the police. Oftentimes they don't do a good job of communicating to families what it is they're actually trying to accomplish. But, you know, frankly, the corollary here is just like in the medical context. There are a lot of black people who have said historically, I know something's wrong. I tell the doctor, she doesn't believe me. And I find out later that I was right. There was something wrong. The same is true with a lot of these cases. And sometimes the police, you know, in my experience as a prosecutor, a lot of times they get a very simple, myopic view on a case, and they will not go beyond that simple, myopic view. And when it relates to black people, particularly something like Javion Magee, right? The family says, we know him. He is not the kind who would do this. They don't start with that premise. They start with the easy decision, which is, you know, we believe he went to Walmart and bought a rope. And here's the reality. Sometimes the evidence will bear that out. But oftentimes police, when dealing with black families, at least in my experience, will start with the premise that either there wasn't a crime or that what the family is telling them is not correct and won't work from the standpoint of perhaps it's true. And in the instance of a young man like Javion Magee, that is such a thing that is so stark and so jarring that, you know, you should start with the premise that there is likely criminal activity afoot here and not necessarily a suicide unless you've got compelling evidence to that end. So I've seen that in my own career, that police do this, but I will say, to be fair and balanced, a lot of times people's expectations of how quickly an investigation should happen or how quickly they should get information are not always realistic. And sometimes that gulf between is what you see reported in the news and what creates a lot of the issues, because frankly, for law enforcement to be able to do their jobs, they do also have to have the ability to investigate. And sometimes their inability to communicate what they're finding or what they're working on and to do so quickly is what creates the issue. So I think one of the big issues is there has to be better transparency and there has to be a better system of communicating to families. We are, in fact, working hard on this issue. And I think both things can be true. But I have seen that police often do not take Black families' complaints at face value and investigate those with the idea that, in fact, there may be something criminal afoot. But I will say, as it relates to Javion Magee, I saw that Jason Keith posted that on his Instagram. And they've got a very, very strong, solid team of people who will investigate and get to the bottom of that. So God willing, there will be answers for that family sooner than later.
When you talk about Blackness and what happens in Black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it. This is about covering us. Invest in Black-owned media. Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks. We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Your money makes this possible. Checks and money orders go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.